guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Michaela Pascal, and today I'm going to go over a couple ways to do a Dutch French braid. So if you watch the video and you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe. It would be great. I try to put out content every Wednesday night. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright guys, so for this first look, I recommend parting your hair a little bit further over, and then I'm going to tease my hair as usual, and then this is going to be a double Dutch braid. So I'm going to take a diagonal back parting, and I am going to just pin that out of the way, and then I'm going to take 3 strands of hair, and I am going to Dutch braid it. So I'm going to take the left strand, pick up hair, bring it under the middle, take the right strand, pick up hair, bring it under the middle, left strand, pick up hair, bring it under the middle, right strand, pick up hair, bring it under the middle, and I'm going to keep picking up hair until I get about where the tip of my eyebrow is, and then I'm just going to start braiding like normal. So the difference between like this braid and a French braid is that this creates the braid to look like it is sitting on top of your hair. So it makes it look like you haven't French braided at all, and it just makes it look like you have a lot more hair than you do. So before I tie it off with an elastic, I am going to pull out just the edge of the braid just to make it look a little bigger and a little edgier and a little more bohemian, just how I like it. And then I'm going to continue to braid it all the way down and tie it off with an elastic. And then I'm going to do another Dutch braid. So this is going to be the second Dutch braid, and I am going to take a diagonal back section and just pin that out of the way. And then what's all under that section, I am going to Dutch braid back, and I'm going to stop picking up extra hair about the same place I did with the first braid, which is about where the tip of the eyebrow is. And then I'm going to pull out the hair, tie it with an elastic, and then I am going to bobby pin it back, kind of on top of some of the hair, so that like my loose layers and stuff like that don't cover the braid. And so I'm going to go ahead and just pin that in place. And that is it for the first look. Alright, so for the second look, I recommend parting your hair either down center or a little off center. And I am just going to Dutch braid it back into 2 little ponytails, you could say. And I don't pick up any hair below like my tips of my eyebrow. So I guess that's like the common thing, is kind of stopping braiding at the very tip of your eyebrow. And so I'm just going to Dutch braid it back, and then when I hit the crown of my head, I am going to tie it off with an elastic. And then I am going to do the same thing on the other side. So just pull it out like I usually do. You don't have to do this, of course. And then just Dutch braid it all the way back to my crown, and then tie it off with an elastic. And then I am going to just kind of bobby pin any hairs that are wonky or are just like out of place or whatever, and just kind of perfect the braid. And then if you want to be real bougie, then take an extra piece of hair and wrap it around the elastic to hide it. All this really does is just make it look a little more clean and a little more put together, I would say. And then that's really it for this look. Okay, for the third look, honestly, you can part it wherever you desire. And I'm going to leave some face framing out, and I'm going to start this Dutch braid just a little bit above my ear. So I'm starting it a little lower than the other two. And I am only going to braid half of my head. So this right section, I am just going to kind of split it in half, and you'll kind of see in the back, and just Dutch braid it all the way as far back as I can, halfway. And once I've picked up all the hair that I can fit into my braid, then I'm just going to braid it like normal and secure it with an elastic. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So kind of start just a little bit right above my ear, leaving some wispies out, and just Dutch braiding as far back as I can while picking up hair, and then just gonna secure it with an elastic. And then I'm going to pull out the braid. Obviously this is optional, you do not have to do this. It just is all on preference. And then once I have the braid how I like it, then I am going to go ahead and just pin any loose hairs and whatnot. And then in the 2 sections, I am going to take one section and bring it under the left braid. So this is the right section. I'm going to bring it under the left braid and just pin it and make sure that it is covered. I don't want that elastic and I don't want those little tail of the braid showing, so I'm just making sure it's completely under the braid. And then I'm going to take the left one and put it like above and then under the right braid, just making sure that it is completely covered with the braid and that it is just like tucked up in there. And then I just make sure to feel that there's no loose hairs and it feels good to me. Make sure it looks good from the front. And that is it for this final look.
Alright guys, that is it for the video. I hope this helped. I hope you learned something. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything, then comment below. You have a great rest of the day. Bye!